You're listening to an audio article by the Common Constitutionalist. Today's article is entitled, Valarie Plame Wants to Delete Trump. Did you hear? Valarie Plame Wilson wants to purchase Twitter for the sole purpose of putting a stop to President Trump's tweeting. She even set up a GoFundMe page for fellow leftists to help her in the purchase. Last I checked, Valarie had raised almost $14,000 of the $1 billion she desires for the purchase. Assuming she gets anywhere close to the billion, it's still a tad shy of what those in the know think it's worth. Last September, Forbes estimated Twitter to have a market valuation of $15.7 billion. That is considerably higher than today's market cap of $12.33 billion, but still a far cry from her fundraising goal. On the GoFundMe page, Plame Wilson writes that, quote, Donald Trump has done a lot of horrible things on Twitter, from emboldening white supremacists to promoting violence against journalists. His tweets damage the country and put people in harm's way. But threatening actual nuclear war with North Korea takes it to a dangerous new level, unquote. This was her response to Trump's tweet from August 11th, where he warned, quote, military solutions are now fully in place, locked and loaded should North Korea act unwisely. Hopefully Kim Jong-un will find another path, unquote. Wow, how troubling. Actually, that's one of the more reasoned tweets I've seen from the president. It sounds to me more like a fair warning to a lunatic that he would prefer a peaceful solution, but are fully prepared if it is otherwise. Funny, I thought that that's what leaders did. Lead. But this tweet and those like it, they say, could cause an international meltdown. Quote, there's a real danger that Trump's tweets could actually start a nuclear war. Let's delete his account before that happens, unquote, adds Plame. The odd thing is that this is not just vacuous hyperbole. They actually do believe that Trump is itching for a fight and doesn't care if it goes nuclear. For this, he deserves to be shut down. But are we surprised by such a reaction to Trump by the left, of which ex-CIA deep cover operative Plame, just joking, and her husband Joseph Yellowcake Wilson are members in good stead? We certainly shouldn't be surprised. This is the left's go-to standard operating procedure. Whatever you find offensive or simply dislike, don't argue the point or make a case for your side. No, just silence the opposing view. Shut it down however you must. Whether it be through protests, violence, or now purchasing of a social media platform. The only thing Trump has ever threatened to shut down is the government, and I'm on board with that. President Trump says he's willing to shut down the government in order to get funding for the border wall. Now, this is naturally the only shutdown the left opposes, a government spending shutdown. Plame concludes her GoFundMe blurb with these sage words, quote, let's @buy Twitter and delete Trump's account before he starts a nuclear war with it. The whole world will thank us when we do, unquote. The interesting part of this whole silly campaign is that it is not about purchasing Twitter. That's just a great marketing ploy to get leftist rubes to donate. Most media-savvy folks know that readers rarely read a post to the very end, which is why leftist rags contradict their headlines somewhere deep down the page. This campaign is actually just a fundraiser for the liberal anti-nuke organization Global Zero, a non-profit organization dedicated to the eradication of nuclear weapons, at least those of the free world. The final statement at the very bottom of the page states, quote, P.S. Proceeds from this campaign will be used to buy a controlling share of Twitter. Not likely. I added that. If we can't get a majority interest, we'll explore options for buying a significant stake in the company and champion this proposal at their annual shareholder meeting. If that's impossible for any reason, or if there is a surplus from this campaign, right, sure, 100% of the balance proceeds will be donated to Global Zero, a non-profit organization leading the resistance to nuclear war, unquote. Now, they know darn well that there is no way that they will ever come close to their stated goal of buying Twitter, so in order to fund their bogus charity, they will do what leftists do, lie. I wonder how many leftist rubes think they are really donating to the cause of shutting up Trump. Well, buyer beware, I suppose. And thank you for listening.